Wild Time here with another World of Warcraft video. We're going to talk about how to gear up efficiently and semi-easily in the War Within for PvE content or solo content if you just like running around and killing stuff easily and not dying to it. Before we do that though, don't forget to check out goldcaptain.com. There's a link in the description down below as well as a discount code. There's a lot of good guides over there as well as access to a members only Discord channel. Don't forget, if you'd like to support this channel, you can leave a super thanks or sign up to be a member. Okay, what's the point of the game? Well, there's a lot of different facets of this game, but one of the main ones is going to be gearing up. Just about any kind of content you're going to do, open world or PvE, you need gear. And the War Within has given us a very, very nice way to do that through the Delves system. Now, the first couple of days that these were out, they were super, super easy, especially in a group. They were like undertuned. People were blowing through them. They've since changed that to where it's a little bit more difficult now, but not to worry, still completely doable. So the cool thing about this is you can actually get 603 item level, which is very, very good. And it's going to get you ready to go into those mythic pluses, get you ready to go into those raids. So what is the Delve system? Well, it is a system where you go into instances either solo or in a group of up to 5. Now you will get a companion that goes with you right here, Bran Bronzebeard. But honestly, I don't want to say he's useless because I don't want to be mean to old Bran here. But, he's not going to do a whole lot. He does do some CC, some stunning, some healing, a little bit of tanking. You can make him damage or you can make him healer, and you can choose all these different kinds of abilities that he can do as you collect them. So I wouldn't count him as a whole other player and for him to save your life or anything like that, but it is a nice little addition. There are 12 delves across all of the new zones here, and if you look at your map, you can see them right here. They're these little like cavern looking things. This is the Earthcrawl Mines delve. There's one up here that's the Fungal Folly. And you just go through the different zones and you can see whichever ones that you want, right? Zelkir's Lair, and it goes on all the way to 12 total. You also have different levels. There's level 1 to 11, and this is account wide. It's warband bound, so if you do it on one, all of your characters get them. You just level up in tiers. Like you complete a 1, and then you can do a 2. You do a 2, then you can do a 3. Do a 3, then you can do a 4, etc., etc. There are two different kinds of delves. There are regular delves and bountiful delves. Now, you can tell on the map which ones are which because the regular delves will look like this, just very bland and boring. And then the bountiful delves right here will have the lit up little entranceway right here. Regular delves are just regular. They're always available. You can do them endlessly, so you could do it as much as you'd like. And you can get different kinds of things like Valor Stones and Crests from them, but the gear is not going to really be as high as you can get if you're just doing the regular ones. To do the regular ones, you really need to do Bountifuls. The regular tier 1 to 5 will drop Weathered Harbinger Crests, and tier 6 to 7 will drop Carved Harbinger Crests, and tier 8 to 11 will drop Runed Harbinger Crests, as well as Valor Stones, and you can get some other things through treasures as well as you're going through there. Normal delves have their gear capped out at 554, which is not very exciting if you're looking to push content or get the highest gear level. So as I said, bountiful delves are really, really where it's at. Now, the thing with bountiful delves is, though, when you run them, to get the loot, you are going to need restored coffer keys, which look like this, which you can get various ways, but the easiest way to get them, I think, is by doing the weekly, they're not callings, but they're like events, right? So you've got the theater troupe right here, and then you've got the really easy one over here in Hallowfall where you just have to restore some stuff over in this area right here. You have to just like kill some things and then restore the light. And then you've got the one in Ashkahet where you have to do all the activities around here. And then you've got the machine one in Ringing Deep. So you can do 4 of those to get your 4 keys. You can also get key shards, but you need 100 of those to get a bountiful delve key. And you'll need those keys because that's the only way that you can open up the chest with the gear in it at the end. So you can't do them unlimited. They do have 1 per zone per day, so you can only do a maximum of 4 per day. Now, that may sound sort of like, well, only 4 per day, but you're going to get guaranteed loot out of there, which is much more efficient than farming mythics or doing raids, because you don't have any guaranteed loot. You could run 5 mythics and get 0 loot, right? So I recommend doing these first, getting the Bountiful Delves knocked out, getting them out of the way. Make sure you got your coffer keys, run the delves. I recommend doing them in a group. Just use your group finder, go to pre-made groups, go to delves, and then you can find a group, or I always start a group, seems to be better for me. And you can just put in whatever you like there. And groups of 5 are pretty much still smoking through these things. A little bit more difficult than they were before, but very doable. Now, what kind of gear are you going to get from this? Well, if you do tier 1, you're only going to get 561, which is Explorer gear, 2 of 8. Tier 2 is 564 Explorer gear, which is 3 of 8 on the Explorer gear tier track. 3 and 4 is going to give you Adventurer. 5 and 6 are going to give you Veteran. And then tier 7 and 8 are going to give you Champion, which is like the 3rd highest that you can get. So I recommend running these on an 8. An 8, when you complete it, is going to give you 603 Champion gear, which is 3 out of 8, so you still have 5 more upgrades to go. If you can't do a tier 8, don't worry about it. You can do a tier 7 because it's still going to give you the champion gear. It's just going to be level 1 of 8 at 597, but you can level that all the way up with Valor Stones, etc., just like you could at tier 8. It's also worth noting that everything, I believe, from a 5 and up can be turned into a tier piece at the Catalyst. So good way to get your tier set, very good way to get your tier set, actually. These also fill your Great Vault up right here. The Great Vault, if you've done tier 1 and 2s, is going to give you veteran gear all the way up until, if you've done nothing but 7 and 8s, you're going to get 610 or 616 hero gear. So that's going to be pretty daggone sweet. There's also hidden caches to where you can get a Delver's Bounty from a tier 8, and then once you activate it, your next tier 8 will have a hidden cache at the end of it. Inside the hidden cache, there'll be a much higher item level than you would have gotten from a bountiful chest. So keep an eye out for those, and if you do get that item, make sure that you use it on as high as you can do, no lower than a 7. Now, there have been some changes. It used to be that if you died 5 times, you just didn't have to release. You could res and it wouldn't count. They've changed that. Now, if you die at all, it counts against you. And they've also made it to where if you get 5 deaths as a group, then you won't get the chest at the end. Once you reach the midway point where you have like the Hearthstone looking thing, you actually gain lives back. So that is a nice little help there. But like I said, I recommend right now doing these in groups. There's a lot of people doing them right now. It's going to go a lot smoother for you than trying to do it solo. I could do it in a group at like a 570 item level. I was doing like 7 and 8s, which there's no way I'd be able to do that solo, especially as a shaman, as a resto shaman or Ellie shaman. So I'm recommending Delves as a way to gear up and get that 600, 603, 597 gear. Then that way you're ready to go. You're ready to rock into raids, into Mythic Plus. And it's a great way just to beef up that item level and also to get you some tier pieces to do in your Catalyst converter. So thanks for checking out the video. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to have fun playing the game. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.